Ladies and gentlemen, folks of all ages, and Kevin Durant, welcome back to the OG show. I am your host, Orange Gatorade OG, whatever you want to call me. I'm a little bit sick, so you can hear it in my voice a little bit. I'm gonna try and not put that much strain on my voice in this video, but um, we may be witnessing the beginning of the end for the Nets' hopes at building a dynasty with KD and Kyrie as the centerpieces of that. And last night they just went down 2 games to nothing to the Boston Celtics in the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs, which is not something that we would be expecting at the beginning of this season. We had very very high hopes for this Nets team. We thought they were a lock for at least the Eastern Conference Finals in a lot of people's opinions, and mine as well. But yeah, they just absolutely are tanking right now this season. I was a little bit concerned when they didn't play that many games together, and they fell into at one point like the 10 seed. So that's really that was a little bit eyebrow raising. But people were just assuring themselves that once Kyrie came back and they got him like fully in the system, that this team would be a lot better. And it's not really the case right now. So I mean, KD and Kyrie last night, like, let's just get this out of the way. They were so bad, so bad. Kyrie played a little bit better than KD. KD was terrible. If he didn't have like 20 free throws or something like that, I think he probably would have finished with like 15, 10, 11 points. Like, he was so bad. They shot a combined 8 for 30. KD and Kyrie are going on a tour in August, apparently. August 30th. I don't know what the venue is going to be. Maybe the Barclays Center, maybe Boston Garden. They'll run it back. But yeah, 8 for 30 is what they shot combined. And KD was like 18 for 20 from free throw line. Bro is a free throw merchant. Like, people complain when James Harden is doing that stuff and Embiid. But KD gets a lot of it too. So I get that's because of his size, and the Celtics were playing him so aggressively last night. I have never seen a team play KD in this way and just absolutely take him out of the game. I mean, it was ridiculous. They were just swarming him. Like, as soon as he got the ball in the post, he couldn't even turn around and do like his little first step or whatever, his size up. He couldn't do any of it. So I mean, props to the Celtics. That was just great coaching, great scheming, great scheming by the Celtics. And it looks like, knock on wood, cross my fingers, it looks like they could actually take this series. So that's pretty crazy. And you look at the box score of this game, and it was actually pretty even down the wire. You look at the offensive rebounds, the total rebounds, the turnovers, even the shooting numbers were kind of the same. But in the end, Brooklyn just didn't have the star power, bro. Like, also Steve Nash is a horrible coach, and he makes the worst challenges. But um, like, KD and Kyrie just simply sold. And I don't want to hear any more talk about KD being the best player in the world if they lose this series. Actually, even if they pull this series off, I still don't think he's gonna be considered the best player in the world, bro. You shot 4 for 17 last night, and he fouled out. Like, come on now. Come on. That is not the best player in the world. No, sir. If you can get shut down like that and taken out of a taken out of a game in the first round like that, no. No, 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 no. That's like Pascal Siakam type stuff. Pascal Siakam is the easiest player to scheme for in a 7 game series. Like, he always gets his props during the regular season, but that's because teams are not like preparing for him specifically. If you can plan for Pascal Siakam in like a 7 game series, he's extremely one dimensional. Like, he hasn't been very good in this Sixers series, and albeit he's like 50 pounds lighter than Joel Embiid, but still, his strength was never really his plus. But wow, that Raptors Sixers game, man. I didn't see the whole game. I caught like I'll say the last like 8. Yeah, it was like the last 8 minutes after the Brooklyn game had ended. And oh my gosh, there was not a better time to turn that game on, because as soon as I put it on, it was just one of the best games I've ever seen. Like, no exaggeration either. It was so awesome. They're playing, I don't want to say good defense, because good defense in today's NBA is like 105 points, like something like that. People are not scoring in or double digits anymore. But yeah, it was pretty good defense. And Joel Embiid, bro, oh my God, he has all of my respect. I've always been like a Joel Embiid guy, and I never would try to blame him for when they were struggling in the playoffs with Simmons and all that. But oh my gosh, this dude is in another gear right now. The shots he was hitting last night are like in your driveway type things, like counting down the final seconds, like just chucking up anything. And he was just making them like contested. It was so crazy to see. And your boy might have had a little bit of bread on the Sixers. So shout out to Embiid for that theoretical $100 that I might have made last night. But I didn't actually make it, guys. I feel like it just kind of like goes without saying that Joel Embiid is clearly the alpha male on this 76ers team. And even before like they switched up the roster, he was still the man over Ben Simmons. Like, everyone looked to him as the guy. And I think Harden is starting to realize that, because bro, Harden, like, can we talk about what happened to James Harden? Like, why does he suck now? This dude used to be one of the best scorers like in NBA history. Like, his MVP seasons are literally some of the most insane basketball I've ever watched. Like, people like to discredit him nowadays because he's not efficient, or he gets to the line too much. But bro, if you go back and watch some of his highlights from those MVP seasons, I'm talking like 2017, 2018. I mean, dude, that is one of the best players I have ever seen. So, yeah, it's a little bit concerning, especially like considering that James Harden has not had like a crazy injury. He had that bum hamstring last playoffs, but are you telling me that's really gonna affect his career this much, and be the cause for him scoring like 10 less points per game? No, I don't think so. But still, there's definitely something maybe psychological going on with James Harden, where he just doesn't have the confidence, and he also doesn't really have the green light anymore. That's another thing that people don't realize. Like, in Houston, they let him get away with really anything he wanted to, and now he's part of a system. They actually have goals. They actually want to win. The Rockets literally could care less. So, it's a little bit of a tough adjustment for James to make, clearly. But yeah, dude, the last couple minutes of that Raptors Sixers game were awesome. The only problem I had is that the NBA TV commentators were so bad. Like, bro, they must have been celebrating 420 or something, because they were so like out of the loop. I was at home watching the game, and I think I had more awareness as to what was going on besides them. I don't know what their commentators are, or who their commentators are. Maybe one of them is like Chris Webber or something. I don't know. But they were like, the Sixers called the timeout to get the shot at the end of overtime. And Buddy thought the Raptors were getting the ball. Like, it's a timeout, you dummy. They didn't commit a foul. What is going on? But yeah, that goaltend on him, or not the goaltend, but the foul on Embiid in overtime was horrible. And it really didn't have any effect on the game. But bro, like, I'm so sick of this horrible officiating when it's the fucking playoffs. Like, it's the playoffs. I know it's the first round, but this is the year that I feel like really, like, we don't know. This is the year of the unknown. We have absolutely no idea who can come out and just surprise everyone. So you have to give everyone a fair chance. Like, I'm so sick of these fucking ticky-tacky fouls. You put your hand on a guy and he falls, and it's a foul, and they're in the bonus, and they get to shoot 2 free throws. It's like, bro, you get like they have to figure something out. They have to. And like I heard the commentators talking about, like, the take foul to cause a dead ball is gonna be is going to be taken out soon, or they should do something about that. Bro, a take foul takes 2 seconds off, or like not even off the clock. It just takes 2 seconds in the game, in the runtime of the game. Like, bro, the thing we need to fix is these replays. They replay everything when there's 10 minutes left. And it takes forever. The fourth quarter of a game will take a fucking hour. And it's not because of a take foul. It's because these refs are fucking stupid. And they have to look at stuff 6 goddamn times. And by the second time I see it, I know what the call is. So like, I don't understand. Like, why is the game so slow? It's so annoying. Like, oh my god, just stop with these fouls, bro. KD got fouled at least like 10 times in the last 10 minutes. Albeit they were fucking fouls, but I just need them like out of the game. It's ruining the NBA. And it fucks up the scoring too, because now teams score literally like 130 points a game. It's so stupid. But I'm sorry for getting off track, guys. Back to the Sixers, Tobias Harris, he did his thing. I mean, the expectations for him are pretty high, but he's not lived up to them, and the Sixers just have to accept that. Whatever positive contributions you can get out of Tobias Harris, good, but he was never worth the money you gave him. I think we knew that though. So I mean, I don't really feel bad for the Sixers. They just took a very big gamble. Maxey was pretty good. He was way better in the first game. I thought he was. These young guys, when they get in the playoffs, they kind of become hotheads, and I don't really blame them at all. So, shout out to Maxey. He wasn't bad. So, yeah, Danny Green smoked that layup towards the end and then just instantly redeemed himself with a three-pointer, and that's the most classic Danny Green play you will ever see. I literally despise this man. It's just so frustrating to watch someone so inconsistent. He smokes a layup, and then hits the corner three to either take the lead or tie the game. And I was just like, what? And it was literally within like probably 20 seconds of each other. By the time I tweeted out like, oh my God, Danny Green, he hit the three. And I was just like, well, okay. But yeah, I mean, still a great game. So many great moments that we will look back on. So many amazing shots. Like, bro, the Raptors guards are fucking ice cold, bro. All of them. Van Vliet, Gary Trent, OG. Shout out OG. But yeah, bro, all three of them are just nuts. And the fact that the Portland Trailblazers gave up Gary Trent for like a bag of like microwave popcorn, bro, is just so classic. I mean, the Trailblazers, I wish them nothing but the best, but they are so fucked. Back to the Sixers, though. I know I said this was going to go 7 games in my predictions video, but, bro, the Sixers look like a new team. They look like this is not the Sixers that we know. They are reinventing themselves with this series, and I think that they actually might have a chance against the Heat. Knock on wood, cross my fingers, but I really believe that in my heart. It's too early to say that they're going to face the Miami Heat and beat them, because it is the 76ers we're talking about. But safe to say, when you're up 3 games to nothing on a team, nobody has ever come back from that. So yeah, like I said, best of luck to the Sixers. Back to the Nets, though. Back to the Nets. I have to talk about them more, because the showing from KD last night literally just makes me sick. Just sick to my stomach. How can you call this man the best in the world? And I think I said he fouled out before. I'm sorry, guys. He did not foul out. He was close. And there were so many times where he should have, but they just didn't call it. And whatever. But, dude, I mean, oh my God. That was one of the worst showings that KD has ever put out in his career. I truly don't know what it was, if there were any, like, outside factors that were just negating his performance. But, oh my God, like, bro shit the bed, like, simply put. And Steve Nash is not getting off the hook for me either. He was awful, bad coach. I've never once thought Steve Nash was the right hire for the Nets. It just didn't make sense at first. Like, you're not just going to hire a guy to be a head coach as his first coaching job in the NBA. It just didn't make sense when they did it. Makes even less sense now that they're keeping him, probably. I mean, what can I even say about KD, bro? Like, this was the fucking worst, most disgusting game I have ever seen from him. This is like, it's like you had someone dress up in a KD costume and just fucking go out there and just shoot. I mean, this was not the KD that we know. And I again, I credit the Celtics for just shutting him down. But still, bro, you know, the best player gets game planned for in the playoffs, KD. I don't know if you knew that. You got to work around that, buddy. You can't just keep taking the same shots that you were taking single covered when you're getting fucking swarmed. So yeah, I mean, just again, this is just a testament to Steve Nash. Just making just no in-game adjustments at all, not at all. They just keep going back to KD, and it's just so frustrating to watch. Like, clearly has no idea what he's doing. Clearly has no direction for this team. So why is he here still? Why is he still coaching this team? I don't get it. But I can guarantee if they're going out in the first round, they're kissing Steve Nash goodbye. Have to, bro. Not even a close argument. Mance has contributed nothing positive from a coaching standpoint, and I don't even know if him being there is really improving the culture. Most of the reason you bring in a player's coach a player's coach is to improve the culture, but that's just not happening. Horrible outing from the Nets. I'm so disappointed in them. And I called Kyrie literally like a god last video, and that's just so blasphemous. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to all my religious folks. Sorry, guys, but Kyrie was awful too. Uncle Drew, get it together. I don't put most of the blame on you because, KD was the one that shot 0 for 10. 0 for 10 in the second half. So, I mean, just what a great first round, though. We are getting some great series already. And like I said, the unpredictability of this year is really keeping me engaged. And most of the years, I don't even watch the first round of the playoffs because they're just a lot more predictable. But I honestly just feel like someone can just come out of nowhere and just snatch it this year. So, gonna have to go back on my prediction video and say that I don't think either of these series are going 7 games anymore. I have the Celtics coming out of this round, and obviously I have the Sixers coming out of their round. But yeah, I just wanted to make this to say that basically Kevin Durant is a fraud. He is not the best player in the world, not even close. And also, Joel Embiid may be into witchcraft. We might have to look into that. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoy your lovely Thursday. Weather is beautiful. Get some vitamin D, and take care. I'll see you in the next video.